What is motivation? Motivation involves the process that energizes, direct and sustain behavior. There is a story of Terry Fox that runs one of the great long-distance runs in history, averaging a marathon in a distance of 26.2 miles a day for 5 months across of Canada. He runs with the aid of prosthetic limbs due to losing a leg to cancer. He was what we call a motivated person. When he was hospitalized with cancer, he promised himself that if he survived, he would find a way to help fund cancer research. Terry's behavior was energized, directed, and sustained. He faced many hurdles such as severe headwinds, heavy rain, snow, and icy road. His example is a great testimony of how motivation can help each one of us prevail. So, what are the perspectives on motivation? There are 4 perspectives, and the first one is the behavioral perspective. The behavioral perspective emphasizes external rewards and punishments as keys in determining a student's motivation. The advocates of incentive, which means external rewards, emphasize they add interest or excitement to the class and direct attention towards appropriate behavior and away from inappropriate behavior. Some of incentives that teacher can use include numerical scores, provide feedback about the quality of the student works, check marks or stars for completing work. Other incentives include giving students recognition. For example, displaying their work, giving them a certificate of achievement, verbally mentioning their accomplishments, and allowing students to do something special like playing games or on computer or going on a field trip. Students will do desired behavior by getting motivated by external rewards. And punishments will emphasize students to avoid unwanted behavior. The second one is the humanistic perspective. The humanistic perspective stresses students' capacity for personal growth, freedom to choose their destiny, and positive qualities. This perspective is closely associated with Abraham Maslow's belief that certain basic needs must be met before higher needs can be satisfied. Based on Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, individuals' needs must be satisfied in this sequence. The most basic needs is physiological needs, which means hunger, thirst, and the need to sleep. The second one, safety, which means ensuring survival, such as protection from war and crime. The third one, love and belongingness, security, affection, and attention from others, like family, friends, peers, and their social standing. Next, esteem, which means feeling good about oneself and their own ability. Then, the hardest to achieve, self-actualization, realization of one's potential to thrive, to be better, and use that potential wisely. According to this hierarchy, students must satisfy their needs for food before they can achieve something else. Maslow's view also provides an explanation of why children who come from poor or abusive homes are less likely to achieve in school than children whose basic needs are met. Self-actualization is the highest and the hardest to achieve of Maslow's need. It is the motivation to develop one's full potential as a human being. In Maslow's view, self-actualization is possible only after the lower needs have been met. And he said that most of people who achieve self-esteem are stopped maturing to achieve self-actualization. Some characteristics of self-actualized people include being spontaneous, problem-centered rather than self-centered, and creative. However, not everyone agrees with Maslow's orders. For example, other students might meet their self-esteem needs even though they have not experienced love and belongingness. Then, the third perspective, the cognitive perspective, which means students' thoughts guide their motivation. This interest focuses on ideas such as students' goal setting, their attributions, their expectation for success, and the belief that they can effectively control the environment and the outcomes of their efforts. While the behavioral perspective sees the student's motivation based on external incentive, the cognitive perspective argues that external influences should be de-emphasized and recommends giving students more responsibility for controlling their own achievement outcomes. The concept of competence motivation explains that humans are internally motivated to interact effectively with the environment. So that leads to motivation to contribute to society and not just build their own competence. For example, scientific researches and technological invention. Then the last one, the social perspective. The social perspective is motivated by the need for affiliation or relatedness and securely connected with other people. This involves establishing, maintaining, and restoring warm, close personal relationships. They are motivated to spend time with peers, close friendships, attachment to their parents, and their desire to have a positive relationship with their teachers. Recent researches indicates that relatedness, support, and satisfaction are associated with more effective engagement, learning, and achievement. The concept of belonging mindset creates uneasiness, especially in the group of students that are negatively stereotyped. Such negative belonging concerns are associated with lower achievement, but students that feel they belong usually have better mental and physical health and better academic success, according to Walton and Cohen in 2011. Aside that, one study revealed that key factor in students' motivation and achievement was their perception whether they had a positive relationship with their teacher or not. In conclusion, all perspectives are important to look at and should be taken seriously because they provide information that is relevant to children's education. So, that was the 4 perspectives of motivation, which the first one is the behavioral perspective, the second one the humanistic perspective, the third one the cognitive perspective, and the last one the social perspective. Thank you for watching.